So thanks so much to everyone for being here. On behalf of the Youth Council, obviously myself and Kai are mindful that we're just two of the Youth Council that are up here today, but there's so many of the other Youth Council members, both the over 18s and the under 18s, in the audience with us, but also at home and across the country that couldn't make it today. And I suppose just to bring us back to the basis of what Care Day is about. So I suppose it is the 8th Care Day, and we've been here for every 8, and it's wild to see how much it's grown. From a pizza party in the Ombudsman office, which was elite, to being in the Epic Museum now. And I suppose we spent the years fighting Google with Epic not coming up first in the Google searches. And I suppose we've decided to just collaborate now. So we've got the Epic merchandise everywhere, both our signs and the ones outside, so you can't really miss us, so you can't forget about it. And when people are looking for the museum, they find us as well, so we can't complain that way. I suppose the idea of Care Day came around between young people in Ireland, but also in England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales. And it is something that's now celebrated in at least kind of 10 countries across the world, and so many more. We have a theme every year, and I suppose last year's theme was we were trying to celebrate everybody around. So, you know, like yourselves are here to support us today, we were trying to focus on a theme that would bring everyone together. So last year's theme was It Takes a Village to Raise a Child. And so this year we've picked a different theme to last year to kind of celebrate our 8th year and kick off how much it's grown. And Kai's going to tell us a little bit about how we came to pick that theme.
I'm really hoping that my voice works because I'm a naturally anxious person. But Clara's going to hold the microphone for me.
I'll hold your hand if you need.
It's sweaty. So the theme for this year, Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover, Embrace Our Stories Instead, was thought of by the members of the Epic Youth Council when they came together last year to start planning Care Day 2023. After last year's theme, It Takes a Village to Raise a Child, council members saw the huge impact and level of engagement Care Day received when using a common phrase that the public can relate to. Initially, we spoke about the negative impact that stigma and stereotypes around the care system can have on us. We spoke about the power of books telling stories that draw people from all stages of life in, and for a lot of people provide a level of a temporary escape. It's through these talks amongst council members that this year's theme was chosen. Everyone on the Youth Council shared different ideas and perspectives for how this should look, and we were able to put our ideas together with help to create the powerful expedition you see here today. The expedition gives us a chance to share our stories through our lenses and our voices. By listening to our stories, you can see the strength and resilience that care experienced children and young people have. Resilience isn't always a quality people want. It comes from having no choice but to be strong when facing adversity. However, by celebrating Care Day and celebrating our lives and our achievements despite these adversities, it allows us to be soft, it allows us to be human, and it allows us to challenge the stigma and stereotypes that some of us grew up hearing.
Yeah, so Care Day holds so much meaning for us as a council and for all those people here with us. And I suppose when we were trying to come up with ideas for how to grow Care Day this year and how to make it even bigger and badder and better than the years before and to continue to grow it, the Youth Council and all the people around us, all the staff and Epic Empowering People in Care, got our heads together, and with the help of the fantastic photographer Mark, we decided on a photo exhibition. And it's not without Mark's expertise that we got all the tips. Mark came into Epic on a Saturday with a stack of photo books this tall, and we spent a few hours going through them and really getting an idea. Some of us had experience taking photos, some of us had no experience at all, and it was through a mix of digital cameras and phones and disposable cameras that we kind of captured the photos that are in the room with us today. And that process took months. Like, that process took so much energy and effort from everyone, but it was so worth it to see it in the room today and to see all that's paid off. And kind of everybody who decided to take part in the photo exhibition we all had complete creative liberty to choose an object that meant the most to us. And as you can see, we've all chosen something totally different, but there's so many themes underlying in all the photos. So that kind of need for constancy, the need for creativity, the need for telling our stories, the need for an escape or having something like a hobby that's just kept us grounded when we need it. Those themes are there in everybody's photos. And I know some of you already had a look around. And there's actually QR codes on some of them as well, or on all of them. So if you guys want to hear directly from the young person whose photo it is, you can actually scan that on your phone and kind of hear a little bit about it. So Kai's going to tell us a little bit more about why Care Day is important to them.
So the stories that you see around the room are only a snapshot of stories of care experienced young people. And Clara and I are only two people out of an amazing youth council. We all have different experiences and feelings. Recognizing this, I'd like to tell you about why it's important to me. Personally, I've always seen Care Day as a milestone. Sorry. It allows me to reflect back on how much I've grown, healed, and achieved in the past year. 2 years ago, I co-hosted one of the epic webinars leading up to Care Day. It's something that I had and still have so much self-pride for accomplishing. This year, I'm able to recognize how much my confidence has grown in the 2 years, allowing me to stand here as myself and talk in person today. It's also a chance for me to challenge my own personal stigmas which I hold against myself. After growing up in residential care and being told both directly and indirectly how I had less of a chance of being successful in life compared to my peers, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't hold some of that against myself still. When I first started college, I had someone tell me not to put too much pressure on myself. I needed to mind myself, and I probably wouldn't make it anyway. If there's one thing I wish younger me knew about, it would be the existence of both Epic and Care Day. Hearing the stories of other care experienced people and seeing the positive lives they live and extraordinary accomplishments they achieved, I know it would have given me so much hope and allowed me to know that I'm just as capable as any of my peers. I'm now a second year social care student in TUD and know that one way or another I'm going to graduate from a career that I'm so passionate and a life that I'm so proud to live. I look around at the council members and every day, but particularly Care Day, they remind me that we are not our experience. Our experience will always be a part of us, but we are so much more than that. I look at the council members that I've been lucky enough to call friends over the years, and their lives, their stories, and their achievements never fail to fill me with so much pride and hope. It's through taking the time to meet with and listen to the stories of care experienced people that we can begin to erase some of the stigma that we prove wrong every day.
Oh, getting me emotional. I think that brings me on to my next point. I think you guys can feel, I know I can feel, and I'm sure all of you guys can, like the emotion that's in the room today and seeing how Care Day has grown over the last few years. You can see the hopes and the ambitions in the room with us of all the young people. And those themes are coming up and really, really shining through. As well, we just want to recognise all the young people that got involved in other ways, not in the exhibition, but through the different competitions that Epic ran and through making bookmarks and sharing book recommendations for stories that they felt shared really positive insights into care. So please put your hands together for everybody in the Youth Council and others.
And with that, on behalf of the Epic team, I'd like to formally close the event by thanking you all for coming here today, particularly both the ministers, the Ombudsman for Children, and Kate. We are thrilled to see so much support for care experienced people and children. Please take some time to look around the expedition and scan the interactive QR codes to hear our stories through our voices. Remember, you are Epic.